When about hiring people from other country, what do you think? Is it a good thing for you or for the high school, or it's a bad thing, or what do you think?
No, we think it's a good thing. We enjoy having usually 4 exchange students each school year. It provides the opportunity for our students to learn about cultures other places.
Okay. And do you like to have all same from the same country, or you don't like that?
We like to have a mixture.
Okay. Okay, and do you think that when the students they're here, they do kind of a process from the beginning to the end? They improve, or what do you think?
Well, I think that the most obvious thing is they come in and they're a little homesick. So you go through kind of a period of being really excited about being in a foreign country and new experiences, and then you start to realize that you're not at home. And then just about a third of the way through the stay, I think we see them get comfortable and they really kind of excel and become part of the community here. And then about the last third, they really start to realize that they're going to have to leave. And then they start to get disappointed about not staying, not being here.
And did you find did you had any problem with any of them, or for example, one had to move to other country or to other high school?
We've had very few. Probably I have been principal for 18 years, so in
18 years.
Yeah. I think we had one student who ended up going back home.
Yeah.
And it was not an issue that took place at school, but it was a violation of the exchange program. We really have not had. We've had a few host family changes that have taken place. But again, most of it has been situational, where someone who planned to host, was excited to host, had something happen in their family that didn't allow that to happen, or wasn't going to be a positive thing for the rest of the stay. So we've found other places for exchange students, and we don't encourage the half-year program. So usually the host families, the students are with the same host family for the whole year.
Yeah, unless if something happened or the children want to change. Okay. So, what's the difference between elementary and high school?
Well, in the United States, elementary is usually...
in all United States it's the same?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in the state of Michigan, it's definitely all the same.
Okay.
But even across the whole United States, usually elementary is kindergarten through 6th grade.
Elementary, kindergarten, and how old are the kids?
When you go to kindergarten, you start age 5 or 6.
And before that, they do preschool, right?
There is a preschool program. And that usually starts in age 3 or 4.
And then elementary school is until what grade?
Usually 6th grade is what's considered elementary. Now in Boyne City, it's K through 5, or K through 4, at the elementary building. And our middle school is a 5-8 building. So our middle school has a couple elementary grades and a couple secondary grades.
Okay.
So it's truly a middle.
Yeah, because in our case, in Spain, we start high school when we are... So, freshman years, it's 9th grade. So, when we are in 7th grade. No, in 6th grade, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we are 12 or 11 years old until you have 18. So, it's a really big difference. And then high school, it's 9 to 12.
High school is 9 through 12. And then those grades, kind of like you talked about, grade 5 through grade 8, depending on the school's district's choice, depends on where that is. Like if it's a junior high where it's just 7th and 8th grade all by itself, or if there's a middle school that usually is 5-8 or 6-8, and it really depends on space more than anything else, like what buildings the district has and what's the best format for them.
Yeah, because exchange students usually don't go to elementary
Right.
school.
And our credits for high school
Mhm.
diploma doesn't start until grade 9.
Oh, credits until nothing.
Yeah.
So freshman year.
So freshman year. So high school in America is very traditional. It's grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. But there are lots of other combinations from before that. And some of our high schools also include grade 7 and 8, but then they become what's called middle high.
Oh, got it.
And so they still don't start earning high school credits until grade 9, but they might have 7th and 8th graders in the same grade.
Okay, got it. And then yeah. So do you need a credit? So they are called optative, or because the children they have unnecessary subjects, or they can choose whatever they want.
All of our elementary grades have required curriculum.
Okay. And then high school?
The high school has both. So the high school has required curriculum, and then, well, in elementary and middle, and we all have some elective credits too.
Okay. But then there are some subjects that you only can take in senior year, or other ones that you can take in junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you have GPA, right?
Yep, we'd have a grade point average.
And what's that?
Grade point average is the cumulative of 4 years of your high school credit and the grades you earned in all of your classes you take at the high school. So we have a 4.0 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Some schools might have a little bit different scale. Some have a 5-point scale. And we also have some weighted classes. So actually our highest grade point average a student could have is like a 4.33,
Okay.
which is an A in a class that's a weighted class.
Okay.
So a college academic class,
Mm-hmm.
the advanced placement AP courses have a weighted grade.
Okay. And then it all depends the grade that they have.
Yep.
They can
So-
decide going to the different college that they want.
Every college has requirements as well, like a grade point average requirement and a test score requirement on a college admissions test
Okay.
or college readiness test. In Michigan, we all take the SAT.
Mm-hmm. That is the GPA? No.
Nope.
What's
GPA is just tied to the grades that a student has in high school.
And that's in junior year?
All 4 years. 9, 10,
Oh,
11,
got
12.
it. I thought that
So the
was-
GPA
yeah.
is your grade point average. It's the grade you earn while you're in high school, averaged together for all of them. So all of our kids take 24 classes.
Okay. And these 24 classes they are mixed in all grades.
They're in all grades, and they get grades like, so when you were here and you took 6 classes,
Mm-hmm.
if you got an A in 2 classes and a B in a class, and let's say B's in all the other classes,
Yeah.
then we would put numbers to those grades.
Mm-hmm.
So A's are 4s, B's are 3s, C's are 2s, D's are 1s.
Okay, got it.
Then we make a grade point average. So if you get all A's, your grade point average is a 4.0 or an A. But if you get a mixture, you get some A's, some B's, some C's, we add them together and divide by the number of classes that were taken, and that gives a grade point average.
Okay.
So GPA, or grade point average, is how well did you do in your high school classes? What were your grades in your high school classes?
Okay. And then the test that you have to take for junior year.
Yeah, the test that we take in the junior year is the SAT.
Oh, got it.
And some states take the ACT. SAT.
A?
Yep, SAT.
No.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, okay. Some other high schools, city.
Some other states. ACT.
Oh my gosh. ACT.
There you go.
Okay.
A.
A. Yeah, I confused already.
I know.
And then what's that for going to college, right?
That is a college readiness test.
Got it. And what do you have to do you need a score or something?
Yes, so there are certain scores that the colleges look at, and they set their own, every college sets their own number of what they would be accepting students at.
Okay.
And it's a guideline.
Mhm.
It's not, colleges still might accept a student who has a little bit lower test
Mhm.
score if they have high grades,
In high
good
school.
recommendations.
Okay, that's
Depends,
good.
and it depends on what program they're going into in college. So
Okay.
some programs might have higher GPA and
Mhm.
higher test requirements. Other programs might not have the same. The University of Michigan, that level of college they'll have higher score requirements than our community college MCMs.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And then, how many exchange students? Do you remember how many exchange students and your principal did you have?
Exchange students?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we like to have about 4 per year. So it's
Okay.
an average of 4 per year.
And there are times that you had more. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember my high school year that we were 5.
You had 5, and this year we had 6.
Oh, really?
The most that we've ever had that I know of is 11. Yeah.
In the high. Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That was a lot, and that was too many.
Mhm.
So what we like to do is 1 exchange student per 100 students in our building. And so I do allow some flexibility to go up a little bit. And usually I look at if it's going to be a good mix, like you talked about, like if we have 4 students and 3 of them are from Germany or 3 of them are from a particular country, that's not a great mix.
Mhm.
So I might accept a 5th so that we get more diversity.
Okay. And then, now I changed, but what's the difference about public high school and between private? Because this building is public,
It's a public
right?
school, yeah.
In Boeing, you don't have private, right?
Not in Boyne City, we don't.
Concord, it's private, it's public.
It is not. It is
Okay.
public. It is a charter school, which operates a little differently than our school does.
Because it's more art, not sports.
They don't have a particular district by geography. So in the state of Michigan, the state is divided up into school districts by geography.
Mm-hmm.
So the state has divided up all of our state into little chunks called school districts.
Got it.
And so every person who lives in that school district can go to that school district free of charge, public school.
Okay.
Charter schools don't have particular geography districts.
Mm-hmm.
They are located places, and students from all around them can attend that charter school.
Got it.
So it's a little bit different that way.
But
they still are public.
Okay. But here when they come, they have to pay matriculation or things?
The only payment that we have is the technology fee.
Okay,
which
for the
pays
computer.
For the insurance on the computer.
Because every year they have a computer, right?
Yeah.
And then the books, they have to pay for the books?
Only if they lose them.
Oh, got it. In our case, we have to pay for our books. Everything.
Yep, so it's free tuition.
Mm-hmm.
It's free transportation in most districts. Not every district has transportation, but most do.
That's
and
nice.
it's free. Most supplies, like our kids they should be supplying their own pencils and their own general day-to-day school supplies. But the cost of textbooks is covered by the school district. Large expenses are paid. Some of our kids in art class pay for clay because they pay for extra clay more than what we're doing in pottery. So some of our elective classes have fees. Our wood shop class, when kids take woods and they build a project that they're going to take home, they pay for the wood, the material that it costs to build that.
And then if you go, I don't know, here you don't do a lot, but in our case we go senior trip, or they have to pay, or high school pay for them?
All of our trips are paid for by the student or fundraised by the student group.
Okay. And then when they're in sports, they have to pay for their clothes or these kind of things?
They don't have to pay for their uniform, but they, their practice stuff. So uniforms are paid for. for sport teams.
And how many sports teams do you have?
That's a good question.
Because you have JV and varsity.
Right.
And
And sometimes we have freshman teams, depending upon the number of.
Yeah, I remember that my year we had a freshman team for volleyball.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between JV and varsity?
Varsity usually are grades 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the tournament competition team.
Okay.
So the varsity team is the team that's going to play in the state tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
The junior varsity team is usually younger students, grades 9 and 10.
Okay.
And they don't play in state tournaments.
And then for your high school, it's really important, sports, right? And pride team and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all of our co-curriculars.
So that's good. And then you have also art, what do you call it?
Art classes.
Yeah, but the art center.
The drama, yep, our auditorium.
And here in the auditorium, they come and do, I don't know, movie night or these kind of things.
Yeah, the auditorium gets used a lot for elementary programs, movie night, community concerts. And then the high school band uses it, and the drama program uses it.
So, when they start the sports?
When did they what?
When they start in at the end of August?
For sports?
Yeah.
Almost all of our sports start by grade 7.
Okay.
Some start younger. And I would say, like our main, like basketball, baseball, football, are not through the school, but in our community, kids start playing that organized sports about 2nd grade.
Okay, and then the sports go for seasons, right?
Well, 3 seasons of sports, and then summer.
Okay. Summer, it's free. Kids, they don't have to do work.
Yeah, there isn't mandatory things in the summer, but there are team camps, there's individual camps, there's open gyms, there's open workouts. So students are still encouraged to participate.
That's good.
And belong.
And then, so for exchange students, what we need, what necessary papers we need for coming here in the high school? Oh, because you remember in my case that for country of Spain, before we left, we had to have a paper signed for the government.
Yeah. Go through the state department, I think it was. Well, the nice thing about the exchange program, Nicole, and others, they're certified exchange programs. They help exchange students take care of the paperwork that's necessary.
Okay.
So when you applied through an agency. They had you had to get your visa. You had to get your insurance. You had to make sure that all of those things were done before you actually came. So all I need for school is proof that you're living in our district or with a family who attends our district. I need your immunization records. Were you one that had to get shots while you were here?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but so the immunization records or the required shots. Every country has a little different rule, and even in the United States, every state has little different rules. We have to know that you are that you have insurance.
For if something happens.
Yeah. And then we have to have proof of your citizenship and a copy of your visa.
Okay. And then, because the thing is that when they find a family, they call you and say, "Hey, can we apply this kid to that?"
So there's an application that comes from the company, from the agency.
National Offender in this case.
Yeah, so here Chris takes care of that. She's our regional director here. So she sends an application with the student name, who the host family is, and a little bit of documentation information about the student.
Okay.
I guess, age, male or female, interests that they would like to participate in. And then I authorize that. And then once that's authorized, it goes back to the agency, and the agency then has to approve the whole process. And then I get formal information or formal documentation that, yes, the visit's going to take place.
And it takes you too long to do it, or it's...
No, it doesn't take a real long time for that to happen, but I think the process for a student, like you probably had to apply to the agency quite a few months before you were placed, right?
Okay. And then for the matriculation here for all students, what they have to do for example, when we are in junior year and we want to be a senior and we want to continue to this high school, we have to present our papers and pay something. Here it's like the same, or what do you have?
Our graduation requirements in the state of Michigan, so every state's a little different, but in the state of Michigan, there is 16 core required classes. And then every school can have additional requirements. So Boyne City High School requires those 16 core requires. We also then have 6 additional requirements. So there's 22 required credits to graduate.
Got it.
You have to earn those 22 credits before you can graduate. You must not have any of your, any fees. You can't owe the school money.
Okay.
When we hand you your diploma.
Because when they graduate, then they get a diploma and then they can go to college or wherever they want.
Yeah.
But you also have 5th grade, I think, that they can go to the Petoskey.
We do. We have a 5th year program.
Okay.
Yeah, so about 10% of our student body has participated in that early college program. They stayed in high school for a 5th year, and at the end of the 5th year, they earn their high school diploma and an associate's degree